So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Neyla bourdiera here, and today I am back with another video. Thank you so much for tuning to watch me. Thank you so much for being here. And if by any chance you're new here, hello there, hey best friend. It's your best friend Neyla bourdiera here. Thank you so much for tuning to watch me. And before leaving my channel, do not forget to subscribe and to ring the notification bell so as to be notified every single time I'm gonna upload a video for YouTube. Yay! So y'all, if you guys didn't know, I'm gonna be celebrating my birthday like in a few weeks time, like in a few days time, depending on when I'm gonna upload this video. I'm soon to be 22. So for this occasion, I wanted to share the 22 things I learned in my 20s journey. It's a bit kind of like an advice video, kind of like a tip video, kind of like a conversation video. It's like more of like also my experience and things like that. I remember when I was celebrating my 20 years old, I was like, oh my God, there's no more than one in front. Now it's like two, like I'm 20, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that are gonna change, not only mentally, not only physically, also emotionally. And I feel like these are things that, you know, parents actually never make us sit and talk about. I never had like this sit and talk chat with any of my parents, actually preparing me for this 20 journey. I don't think it's something that parents actually do, or it's something that anybody even think that, you know, they are supposed to talk about. But when you start facing some experiences in your 20s and some changes in your 20s, you're just like, oh my God, am I okay? Am I normal? Does this happen to everybody? I am still in it. I'm not yet done. But for the few times that I have been in that journey, I learned a lot of things that I want to share with you guys. And if anybody relates to me, then I'm not alone. The first thing I learned when, you know, getting through my 20s is people come and go. And that's okay. And that's fine. You're gonna find yourself maybe losing a friend that you had ever since you were like a kid. You have been friends with a person for 15 years, 10 years, like for a long period of time. One day, you just find yourself drifting away from that person. You guys are no more close. You guys are no more, you know, intimate. And that's totally okay, okay? That's completely fine. It doesn't have to be that you are wrong. It doesn't have to be that you are the problem. It doesn't have to be something very shocking to you. When I was younger, when I was in my teen years, when I was in high school, I had a lot of friends. But ever since I entered into my 20s journey and my friends who entered the 20s journey, I lost a lot of friends. Others were because, you know, girls are and others was just because, you know, everybody is going through the things in life. You know, you start working, you start having your own things in your life, and you just end up being like, oh, I have to do my own shit. People are going to drift apart from you, and you are going to drift apart from people. That is okay. Maturing in nothing about aging. You can have 26 years, you can have 30 years, you can have 40 years, but it's not because you're actually getting number that keep rising that it means you're actually mature. No, you have to be mature, but that doesn't mean you are. You have to work on your maturity, and you have to gain maturity in the way you handle things, in the way you do things, in the way you deal with things, with situations. You're gonna experience some things as you get older that will need you to be mature. You have to learn, please, you should learn more about emotional intelligence and love languages. Why I'm actually telling you guys that you have to learn more about emotional intelligence, it's because and love language is because if you want your relationship, whether it's friendship, whether it is love relationship, whether it is co-worker relationship, whether it is society relationship to actually work and, you know, for you to, you know, actually have like a good kind of relationship with people, these are things you should learn. First year in university, they made us actually sit through and learn about emotional intelligence. We even had to write an exam about emotional intelligence. And I was like, why are we doing this? Why are we writing this? Why? I did not actually understand why we're doing this till the moment where I was in society and I had to put in practice what I learned. If you go to Google, you're going to find the definition of emotional intelligence, which is defined as the ability to understand and manage your own emotions, as well as recognize and influence the emotions of those around you. Just by this definition, You already know the importance of emotional intelligence. You know how to manage your own emotions. And you also learn the emotion of the person in front of you, the emotion of your friends, emotion of your coworker, emotion of like your boss, emotion of people around you, and you're gonna learn how to manage that, how to control that. The same way as it is important to learn about the love languages. When you hit your 20s, if you have like the intention of getting married and find a very nice partner, you should learn about love language. Nobody ever said that to me, but I am here saying this to you, and I promise you, it's gonna help you. Like it's a big of a deal. It's a big of a deal. Everybody nowadays preach it. Everybody preach it, but I'm sure we are very few to actually practice that. It is loving yourself. It has been a long path and a long journey to actually love myself. I was like, oh my God, love yourself. Of course I love myself. I did not understand that loving yourself was deeper than the word love yourself. Loving yourself was accepting you the way you are. Loving yourself was not insulting you, not criticizing yourself all the time. Loving yourself was being patient with yourself. Loving yourself was respecting yourself. It's much more than just the word you love yourself. Loving yourself is the journey that I'm really gonna advise you to embark on. You don't even have to be like in your 20s to start embarking on that journey. Just get on the boat. The love yourself boat, okay? Never ignore the red flags. You should never ever ignore the red flags. Whether it's in your relationship, whether it's in your friendships, never ever ignore the red flag. I have been proven to this age and today that every single time you pick on a red flag of someone and you think to yourself, maybe I'm the drama. Maybe I'm overdoing it. Maybe I'm overthinking into it. Maybe it was just a mistake. Maybe it was just one time. I'm telling you, when years are gonna go by and maybe something huge is gonna happen with this X or Y person, you're gonna be like, oh my God. I went through friendships and two friendship breakups, because I'm very sorry, but I also believe that in friendship you have a breakup. And I noticed one thing: I ignore the red flags of my friends. This ex-friend, because I will not say who she is, she was very, how can I say, she was the kind of person that she always come to me and complain about her other friends. On Monday talk about X, Tuesday talk about Y, Wednesday talk about A, Thursday talk about B, and that's what she was doing. And I thought to myself, oh, this is not okay. But I was like, who am I to judge? Maybe she feels safe with me. I was giving her reason. I was like, glory, get over yourself. Like, come on now, girl. She loves you. She feels like she's confiding in you. She want to talk to you about that. So why are you gonna be like, oh my gosh, she's not to them. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no, let me not judge. I'm her good friend. It's my work and my devoir. It's my work and my devoir to listen to her and to accompany her, give my advices. That's what I thought. Till this day where I learned that she also back talks about me to those friends of hers, to those other friends that she has. She also enjoys doing that with other people. And I was like, hold on a second. Being in your 20s, you have to clean people out of your life. So don't ignore the red flag. Every time you see a red flag in somebody, point that out and know and be straight and be clear. And when you see it's something that you cannot take, don't take it. On this other point where I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to give you an advice, guys, is to have high standards. Never, ever, 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 ever lower your standards for anybody. You should have high standards. No matter what people are going to say, everything you want is what you attract. Okay? Everything you feel like you deserve, own up to that, stick to that, and it's gonna come. No matter the time, no matter where, no matter how, no matter when, it's gonna come to you. So my babe, Bessie, have your standards high, okay? Put your standards on top. Don't allow people to make you lower your standards. You're in your 20s, okay? You're in your 20s. This is the time where you have to elevate. You have to elevate. You're no more in the kids' teen zone. You're no more playing that game. You have to elevate, okay? Know your value. Know your worth and your value. I met a lot of people in this life. They don't know their value. They don't know the worth, they don't know their value. When you know your worth and your value, it just goes with the point of you standard high. Okay? You must know your worth. Nobody knows your value more than yourself. And when you're gonna know your value, you're gonna put yourself at that level. Okay? If somebody just looks at you and you're not even putting yourself at your worth, at your value, you know, he's gonna like, you know what I'm saying? And put yourself the way you see yourself. Put yourself worthy of what you want. Okay? That's just a little point. Don't be harsh on yourself. Do not be harsh on yourself. When you're gonna hit your 20s, you're gonna go through a lot of experiences. You're gonna go through a lot of phases, a lot of ups and downs. Don't be harsh on yourself. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how difficult it turns to be, no matter how tough it may be, you are a human being. You have a body, you have a soul, you have a spirit. People tend to be very harsh on themselves, and it's not good. Give yourself laxitude, give yourself peace, give yourself love, give yourself, you know, have a diary. Having a diary before, for me when I was younger, I wasn't a diary girl. I will not lie. Having a diary is so therapeutic. You don't even realize, but it's so therapeutic. And the amazing thing about a diary is when, you know, you hit like a new year or a 6-month journey or a 5-year journey, you get through your diary and you start reading about your journey, about how you were feeling at this period of time, about how down you were, about how tough it was. You'll be able to track down your, you know, your achievement, your advancement in life, your feelings, your emotions. So I'll advise everybody to have a diary because it's very helpful. Stop caring about people's opinion of you. Jesus. Let me say it again. Stop caring about people's opinion of you. When you're gonna hit your 20s, okay, you're gonna change. You're gonna change in every aspect of your life. You're not gonna be the same as when you were 16, when you were 15, in your teen years. And a lot of people are gonna give you their opinion. Because people always give their opinion, but they forget that no matter the decision you're gonna make, you are the one who's gonna be held accountable for whatever thing you do. The consequences are gonna fall on my head, okay? The consequences are gonna be on me. So why will I care? Why will I care? It's very tough to be in a posture where everybody gives an opinion about you. Oh my God, oh, you gained some weight. Oh, you lost some weight. Oh, you have a kid. Oh my God, are you married? Oh my God, why are you not going to college? Oh, you studied with your parents. Oh, you family, friends, everybody, they're gonna talk about you in front of you and in your back. But you have to stop caring about people's opinion of yourself, of who you are, about your life, about the decision. It's something you should stop doing in your 20s. Next point I'm gonna make here is value time and enjoy present moments. Cherish what you have and be grateful. People tend to focus more about what they can have in the future, about what they can experience in the future, as compared to what they have in the present moment. This is something that I experienced personally, and it was a great lesson for me this year, especially to cherish the time you have, value what you have, value the time you have, cherish those moments, value the present, because one thing about the present is it's soon gonna be the past. What you have right now, you can never ever leave it again. It's gonna go. There's gonna be a time ahead of you where you're gonna be like, oh my God, I wish I enjoyed that moment. I wish I did this at that time, because you were so focused on what is so wrong, what is so bad about you at that time, what is so wrong about the situation you are in, what is so wrong about your body, what is so wrong about things you're doing in your life, that you don't even have the time to enjoy what you already have. You don't have time to value and cherish those moments. And then when, you know, the future comes in and maybe you experience something that is not okay, or something that is not fitting into what you expect it to be, you start regretting how you acted or how you did not cherish what you had in the past. Enjoy your age, enjoy your people, your friends, enjoy your surrounding, enjoy the opportunities you have now, enjoy your body, enjoy all the positive things that you have, and stop focusing on the bad things that you don't have. You will question yourself a lot about your life situation, and that's okay. When you're gonna hit your 20s, okay, you embark in a new journey. You embark in new adventures. You're gonna think, oh my God, am I doing the right choices? Am I doing the right thing? Am I with the right person? Am I at the right place? I mean, you're gonna have a lot of questions. Is this right? Is this wrong? You're going to question yourself a lot about your life choices. And that's okay. That's part of the journey. That's part of it. You are not wrong. You are not the only one. Question yourself as much as you want. That means you're completely fine. That means you're hitting the journey. That means you're actually hitting the journey. So the next point I'm gonna make here is don't compare yourself to people your age. Don't. It's so bad. It's so toxic. You gotta find your age mates that already graduated, have master's degree. You're gonna find others that are already working. You're gonna find others that have kids. You're gonna find others that are married. You're gonna find others that are moving from one country to another. You're gonna find others on social media having a certain lifestyle. Everybody has a different journey. Everybody has a different experience. Everybody has different privileges, opportunities, different kind of grace. I call it grace because I believe in the grace of God. Just keep on praying and just know your time is coming. You don't have to compare yourself. It's gonna put you in a depressive mood for no reason, and you're gonna waste your time instead of being productive. You're gonna be depressive, and you're really gonna feel lonely in your 20s, and that's just an experience, and that's okay. I believe a lot of people can confirm that to me, that a lot of us in our 20s, we do feel lonely sometimes. It doesn't have to be about jumping and partying and twerking on the boat or being in clubs every Saturdays. That's not the point. There will be some days where you're gonna sit through and you're really gonna feel lonely. There will be days like that, maybe if you are seated there, you have nothing to do and nobody's texting you. And even if you do, it's gonna be like what? One person, one friend or two, and that's completely fine. People are working now, they have their jobs, they have their family, they have their own things to do. And you will feel like, things may not go as you plan, okay? Things may not go as you plan. I remember when I was younger, if I have old classmates, they can remember that. I was like, okay, by the age of like 17, because I had my advanced level pretty young, then I'm gonna go to university, maybe 2022, I'm gonna have a fiance. At the end of 22, I want to have already like a kid, because if you go, I imagine and plan in my head, that it obviously means that I am a failure, okay? That is not what it means. You're not a failure. Learn how to be private. Learn how to don't overshare, whether it is with friends or people that you don't even know, with your colleagues at work, learn how to be private. And that is the greatest weapon in your 20s, when people don't actually know a lot about you. That's just a way to elevate. When people look at you and actually don't know, you're not easily accessible. Some people tend sometimes to misunderstand being friendly and being kind to be accessible, and being very open and being, being very not private. You know what I'm saying? But it's not because I'm sweet and very kind that means that I'm not private. I can laugh with you, I can talk with you for 1 hour on a phone call, but you will never actually know a lot of things about me. Don't trust anybody. It's not because you're gonna meet somebody that is gonna be like a friend of a friend, because somebody's gonna like start confiding in you and be like talking to you about his private matters, that it means you have to trust the person. Learn how to move on. Moving on is gonna bring you healing. It's gonna bring you peace. It's gonna bring you a lot of things. My mom taught me this prayer, and she told me, when you want to move on, you want to heal, and it's very hard for you to do so, you should pray to God and ask God, please God, I want to move on, I want to heal, but I'm hurt so much that I actually can, and I want you to help me. Don't count on others. I learned this in the hard way. In this life, nothing's that. The only person you can really count on is yourself and God. Okay, you can say you can count on your parents, but don't count on others. Count on yourself. You're gonna reach an age where you're supposed to make a lot of decisions, you're supposed to make a lot of plans, and you only have yourself to count on, So it's okay not to be okay. As weird as it may sound, it's really okay not to be okay. For real. You're gonna be like, having the shittiest day ever. Your emotions are gonna be down. You're gonna feel low. You're gonna feel bad. And that's okay. Like I said upward, you're a human being, and not feeling okay is okay. Take your time. Take your time in every single thing you want to do. Don't be in a rush. If you want to make a decision, think about it. Take your time. If you want to embark in a journey, take your time. If you want to do whatever you want to do, take your time. You should not run and rush and end up hurting yourself or making a mistake. This is one of my last points that I want to make. Whatever bad thing that you're going through, whatever bad thing that you're gonna go through, whatever emotion that you're going through, whatever sadness, depression, and whatever down phase you're going through, I promise you it will pass. When you're going through those situations, you feel like it's never ever gonna be okay, but I promise you it won't last forever. You'll reach a stage in your life where you're just gonna look at that experience, at that situation, and you'll be like, wow, I'm coming from far. Wow, I did it. It will pass. It will last forever, especially if you put God first. So this is how I'm going to conclude this. Always and always put God first in everything you're doing, in everything you're thinking, everything you're planning, everything you want to do, every experience you're going through, whether it's up or down, you're going through a rough part, pray about it. Put God first. He's always faithful, and I believe in him, and I don't know if you believe in him. Put God first, and everything is gonna be okay. Everything is gonna work through. Everything is gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be better. That was it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning to watch me. Thank you so much for sitting through this whole video. If you guys watched till the end, thank you, bestie, for being here with me, and I hope you guys are gonna enjoy this video, and I hope we're gonna see each other in the next video. Just don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not subscribed yet, and also do not forget to ring the notification bell so to be notified every single time I'm gonna upload a YouTube video. Thanks for watching, guys. It was your girl Neyla. Bye.